The first clip we want to get into is like a little situation. It's a little situation I found on the comedian Aries Spears, and Aries Spears is getting into pretty much, and this is 2020 as well too. You know, you guys can watch the interview or whatever. But Aries Spears is talking about different things in the media of how if you're not white or if you're not the power, like the head honcho, you really don't get no scenes and parts. And every now and then, different actors, actresses, sports entertainment people, things of that nature, they bring out different things every now and then to show the blackballing of white America, that it still exists. Slavery still exists through the mental and other ways. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna shine in on this real quick. Listen, right now he's talking about the Eddie Murphy reappearance in 2020 or 2019, 2020, I would say, on SNL. That Ari Spears was saying that the skits that, and this is all opinionated as well too, that Eddie Murphy came back as the caliber of Eddie Murphy's legacy is as being a comedian, like one of the Jordans, the Michael Jordans, most people will call, and black comedian. Um, Kind of didn't kind of hold up to it. So I'm gonna let him say and speak on his behalf, and then we'll shine into it.
Off how much? I mean, because I know y'all got writers. Y'all
You
got
doing
writers.
Mad TV?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we
Any
had,
of them.
we had writers, and you're always free to improvise.
Okay.
But you still have to stick to the playbook a little bit.
Yeah.
But you find your moments
Where
where
you
you
can
can
get
jump
in there
in
and
and
jump in.
interject and make it better. But even again, Eddie Murphy, I'm sure he had some say. He could have looked at the skit and went, "Not strong enough."
Right.
I'm Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Y'all got to bring me the thunder.
yeah.
And I don't think he did that. I think what he did was go, "I'm here.
He kept it safe.
We keep it safe. I'm here."
It was just PR for all his
There we
upcoming,
go. There we go.
projects.
There we go. I think Dave Chappelle would have purposely went, "I'm Dave Chappelle. This has got to be Chappelle-esque." Even Dave's joke, and when they all came out, and he goes, "Right now you're looking at half a Netflix budget."
Yeah.
That to me was one of the funniest things the whole night. That one joke stood out to me more than it was hilarious. Again, I'm just saying, like, don't get me wrong, it was cool. But I grew up in the 80s. I was a kid in the 80s. Eddie, I was a boy watching Eddie on SNL, and he inspired me to want to do what I do. So I was looking, jaw drop, eyes popping. I'm waiting for it to come, and it never came. To me, it was all right.
So do you think he still has it? Yeah, that's what I always wonder. Does it come to a certain age where things start to, you're just not as funny?
No, I wouldn't say as funny more than I would say as hungry.
Oh, there we go.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you Eddie Murphy and you're an icon and you rich beyond, your wildest dreams and you don't have any worries or concerns, you don't have that same bite. You know what I mean? And it'd be like, if Mike Tyson came back to the ring, he probably, given the climate of what boxing is, could still be a success. But would it be old Mike? No. And Eddie's mellow. You could see it. You could see he's, like he said, money don't crack.
Right.
He is chilled, man. Like he's just,
right.
He's like jazz music now. He just goes at his own flow, his own.
As far as the movie.
Just to shine in real quick, that's a fact. Going off of the last thing he said, a lot of people, base things off of consistency. Same thing, the Most High does. Might not be saying literally the word consistency, but even in the spirit, you want to be consistent in everything you do. You know what I'm saying? You want to do that. That's that level of success. So a lot of people do, after a while, they get the bag. Especially as a person of Eddie Murphy, things of that nature, been doing this for like eons. You understand what I'm saying? With a very, very successful career, might not be as hungry enough. It might be also an inside thing. We don't know that, they want him to come back to push an agenda. But my comments on the situation of seeing some of the Eddie Murphy 2020 SNL skits, I wasn't really honestly moved myself, to be honest with you. To be honest. And I actually thought I was just the only person thinking that. Once again, I thought it wasn't as funny. I looked at it the same way, from the same perspective of what Mr. Aries Spears is speaking. And he is a comedian, you know what I'm saying? Famous himself, very successful as well. I didn't think that it was that caliber. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm looking at this is supposed to be like it kind of seemed outdated to me. Really, I kind of looked at Eddie Murphy now as like an outdated dude. You understand what I'm saying? Like he didn't know his situation enough. Like, of course, he's Eddie Murphy's naturally funny. I'm not taking anything from that, y'all. I'm just saying in a situation that how things change through times to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really know what the hell's going on type situation to keep up with that. That's what I'm saying. Eddie Murphy is Eddie Murphy. He's successful. You understand what I'm saying? Then life itself, damn near, I guess, in their minds. You know what I mean? Humbly speaking. But I just, as an opinion and a fan of comedy, of comedy, I didn't think the skits was crazy, die hard, funny. It didn't move me. It didn't move me. You know what I'm saying? It didn't move me enough. What moves me enough is I like, to be honest with y'all, not to change the narrative, but I like guys that be like, literally just coming into the game. Like what he said, like the last bar Aries Spears said was like, the hunger goes with a lot of people. Once you made it, you're not hungry enough no more. And that's where the consistency comes back into whether whatever you're doing, is this now a likeness, something that you like, or is this something that you love? You get what I'm saying? Because liking something is totally different from something that you love. Something that you love is something that damn near you can't live without. You understand what I'm saying? You're liking it as I do it when I choose to do it, when it's that moment. You get what I'm saying? But loving something is unconditional. It's timeless. There is no time with that. Like the Most High loves the children of Israel. You know what I mean? That's priceless. He doesn't like us. He loves us as a nation of people when we're doing things uprightly according to truth. You understand what I'm saying? This is the True Channel. So, we'll keep it based off that and tying things different, based off the media, what's going on. But that was a point that Aries Spears said that I kind of felt. That's just my opinion, y'all. I mean, how do y'all feel about the Eddie Murphy? For the most people out there, the fans out there that knows Eddie Murphy, I'm talking about, did some research. Was it funny, y'all? Leave it in the comments. You understand? Was it funny? Did you watch the SNL skits in 2020 of Eddie Murphy? Did you know about it? He does have a movie, Black Dolomite, when they're doing that, which that's a whole nother different topic. We could break down another time of why they're pushing that agenda of Dolomite. But we'll continue, y'all. We'll continue. Now, this part of the clip, Aries Spears is going to get into little things based off of Hollywood. Okay, the low-key inside scoop. So let's listen in.
And my family and everything is everything. I gotta go, man. I gotta start looking at real estate. I gotta start looking at stocks and bonds and other means to generate revenue because Hollywood ain't hiring me. Or they're not hiring me.
What moment did you say that? I mean, you told me that last year.
Yeah.
At what point, what was it to make you feel like they wasn't checking?
Here's the irony, right?
Was it one damn joke that you was like, damn,
no, it wasn't. It could have been a bunch of jokes. It could have been pick an interview. But here's the irony is this. This same time last year, or maybe 2 years ago, but I was in Cleveland. I remember that. I think I was telling you how I was about to host the AVN Porn Awards in Vegas. So they never have a repeat host, but for the first time they decided they wanted a repeat host. So they called me back to ask me to come do it this January. And before you do the show, they have a big Hollywood party in Los Angeles to kind of promote the new hosts of the show that year. And I remember around that time I had auditioned for Kevin Hart's cartoon. He had a cartoon coming to Fox. He still may, based on his life. And you know how he did that, all right, say it with your chest. I had auditioned for the part of his father.
Okay.
And word was everybody wanted me. Kev wanted me.
Yeah.
But I think when I went to the party that night, my manager told me, he said, dude, you were literally 1 yard away from being in the end zone. And then the head of Fox said, who? No, not that guy.
Wow.
So there you go. Once again about those private parties in the industry. Okay, that's the elites. All right, that's where businesses get made. That's where deals get made. You know what I'm saying? So, Kevin Hart, as he said, had a cartoon coming up, possibly still could, based on his life. Aries Spears, auditioned to be the father, playing the father character. All right. and Aries pretty funny to myself. He does voice impersonations, you know, and I like him because he's raw. That's why I like him. You know what I mean? He's kind of like a raw comedian. I'm more of the my personal preference of comedy is like more kind of deaf comedy jam. You know, I was kind of raised in that type of era of kind of late coming out of that deaf comedy type situation, raw, hip hopish, but you know, things based upon you know the people of struggle. You know more than anything. I mean, that's all I know. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Um, so as he's saying, like these parties, man, and the head of Fox, you know, Kevin wanted them. Certain other famous people wanted him and agreed that he should do that. He was best picked for it. And it went right over Kevin's head in authority and position and power, even all the money that he might have, quote unquote. All right, he's still being ruled by the masses that be that's out there, the powers that be. You understand what I'm saying? The figureheads that runs this earth and this world. So he said, you know, once again, you know, the head of Fox, all right, Fox, definition of a fox is cunning, all right? The head of Fox, okay, pretty much, you know, swindled that, you know, said, nah, him, when that name popped up, him, I have the power to shut it down. No, he's not in there, you know, and that's how it is, you know, because I keep telling brothers and sisters, you know, on this channel, we tell brothers and sisters all the time, Job 9, verse 34, and several other scriptures go into that. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, all right? So you're not going to be able to make anything here or be famous or successful unless you give off some type of, you have to sacrifice something, to be honest. You have to do something. Something that goes against everything that you believe and might stand for as far as your integrity. That's why a lot of these famous people, they have money, they have the cars, jewelry, and things of that nature, but their integrity be base value, below average. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Shorty has no soul anymore. Dude, man, the things he did last night at the party, he has no mind anymore. Like, that's not him. Like, you understand what I'm saying? But people are doing everything today, y'all. Cringing for the bag all day long. Smooth capping for everything. All right? You put anything out right now, you could be, it's not about your talent. We tell people all the time, it's about popularity. Popularity rules now in this generation. It is not about talent because you can hire a stylist to style you. You can hire somebody to write your lyrics if you can't write yourself. It's all about what you're willing to do. They call it a rapper startup kit, a DJ startup kit, a football or a sports entertainment uh, um, starter kit. Pretty much that's what it is. You don't need to start with anything but just your soul and what you're willing to do. So Aries Spears said that he got shut down by the head commission of Fox, the person that runs the place, the higher power. All right. And that's just one. All right. That's just one, y'all. What y'all feel about that? That's what he said. How do you feel about it?
Soundbite, whatever it was. You know, there are a lot of people in Hollywood that judge you and condemn you without self-investigation. So because of what they heard or what they think they know or what they assume, you're not the guy. So those are some of the battles that I fight. You know, and then when I go on Vlad TV and I say the thing about how, you know, white people have pulled off the greatest Jedi mind trick in history. You know, you've convinced the society and the world that black people, particularly black men, are dangerous. When historically speaking, y'all have been the most dangerous, violent people on the planet. So when you say things like that, guess what? No, not that guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there it is.
You got big up truth though. I'm not. You know, you got to go to sleep at night with yourself.
Listen,
so.
at the end of the day, and there's a part of me, I don't know.
Well, that's a good point. You know, once again, what Aries said, you know, once again, it's just, want to take that clip back real quick and just hear that one more time. If you didn't hear, there's some meat on that.
Jedi mind trick in history. You know, you've convinced the society and the world that black people, particularly black men, are dangerous. When historically speaking, y'all have been the most dangerous, violent people on the planet. So
yeah, well, that's in the scriptures. You know, Mr. Aries Spears, that's in the scriptures. If you didn't know, the Most High tells you about, you know, the so-called Caucasian race, man and woman and children from then and now. It's nothing different. You know, they are the ones that produce all this stuff out here. All right. You know, once again, if you don't follow it, you understand what I'm saying, then possibly you don't make no money. You just don't make no money. So Aries Spears is one of those type of talented individuals, whether you like him or not. A lot of you people probably say you don't like him, but I'm sure that you can't do what half he's done. I'm sure. I'm sure you can't do personations, and if you could, sing your best personation to this channel. We'll be honest and see what you got. Give you a shot. But this is somebody's doing it. He's telling you about pretty much the industry in 2020. Nothing's changed, y'all. All right, so this is the channel of Wise Side through the spirit of the Most Highest. Thank you for all the brothers and sisters out there, the true people that support, not you people that scoff and watch the channel, be watching, clicking the button, scared to give a thumbs up type situation, scared to leave a positive, sincere comment. The hell with that. And that also goes back to, once again, these channels are being watched and monetized. You understand what I'm saying? They're watching everything you do. Nonsense. So you can't be afraid. You have to really buck up. If you're going to fight for something, fight for something. Stand for something. Don't just watch us stand for it. None of you people out there sent a donation. We're not crying about it, but once again, we provide and pay for all our things, give a platform to the people through the spirit, free of charge. It would be nice. It would be nice. All right, to see some brother and sister, help, things of that nature if you have and whatever. But if you don't, we still handle it. We take care of it through the spirit. The Most High is good. You brothers and sisters, stay on tune to the channel. Thank you for your love and support. Till next time, shalom.